This is Francesca Evans from LymeOnline with your weekly news and sport roundup, plus the weather and what's on this weekend. Lyme Regis chef Mark Hicks may be forced to close his restaurant if planners make him dismantle an outside deck extension erected during the COVID crisis. Mr Hicks took advantage of the government waiving of planning and licence rules to allow the hospitality trade to expand their outside premises during the pandemic. Mr Hicks, one of the most respected chefs and food writers in the country, extended his oyster and fish house premises to provide about 30 additional covers at a cost of £20,000, employing an additional 5 members of staff. The government's relaxing of planning rules came to an end in September, and Mr Hicks has been negotiating a fee to retain the deck on Town Council land in Lister Gardens as a permanent feature. The council's initial response was to say they were amenable to the idea, providing a satisfactory fee could be negotiated. But when the proposal went before the council's planning committee, they recommended refusal, saying that the seafront gardens should be kept free of any commercial development. Dorset Council will now make a final decision on the matter, but Mr Hicks has warned that if he is forced to remove the decking, it could put the future of his business in jeopardy and see jobs lost. A proposal for 6 new affordable homes to rent in Lyme was met with near unanimous support at a public meeting last week. The meeting was held at Lyme Village Hall, where Lyme Regis Community Land Trust put forward its proposal for 6 affordable homes to rent for those with a local connection on land near Venley Cross and Cannington Lane. The Community Land Trust, which previously delivered 15 affordable homes on the Garmans Field site in Lyme Regis, recently changed its Articles of Association to allow it to also consider sites in Lyme. The land in question previously received planning permission for 4 houses to be sold on the private market, but the landowner is now open to the idea of 6 affordable homes to rent, plus 2 houses to be sold. With support from the public and parish council, the Community Land Trust is now working towards submitting a planning application. A proposal to scrap the Town Council tax precept in Lyme Regis to help residents with the rising cost of living has been thrown out for the 2nd year running. The total council tax bill charged to residents is made up of pots for Dorset Council, Lyme Regis Town Council and the police and fire authorities. The Town Council precept, its portion of the total council tax bill, currently stands at £132,700, or the equivalent of £64 a year for the average Band D property. This is significantly lower than neighbouring parishes of Charmouth, Bridport and Weymouth, and has only been raised once in the past 12 years. This is because other councils rely largely on the precept for their income, whereas Lyme Regis has other assets such as car parks, beach huts and chalets, which bring in the majority of the Town Council's £1.2 million a year revenue. Councillor Richard Doney suggested scrapping the precept altogether for the 2023-24 financial year to help residents with the rising cost of living. It was the 2nd consecutive year that he had made the suggestion, and he was backed by the Mayor of Lyme Regis, who said it would be a great thing to do for the town. But others raised concerns that scrapping the precept would make it difficult to reintroduce the charge the following year, which they said may come as a shock to residents, and it was agreed to keep the precept at the same level for the next financial year. Councillors have also been discussing their objectives for the coming years, with the retention of a post office service, improvement of the town bus and the possibility of moving the council offices among their top priorities. Dorset and Devon-based family-run business Be Health and Fitness has been shortlisted in the National Fitness Awards. The company, which has gyms in Lyme Regis and Honiton, has been named as a finalist in 3 separate categories: Customer Service, Member Achievement and Southwest Gym of the Year. The National Fitness Awards is an annual event which recognises excellence and achievement in the fitness industry throughout the country. With more than 7,200 fitness clubs, gyms, studios and leisure centres in the UK, reaching the last 7 in 3 separate categories is considered a great achievement in itself, and owner and CEO Craig Bernhardt said he was extremely proud of his team. The nomination comes after the gym's successful year of fundraising for the Alzheimer's Society, with staff and members having recently completed a 26-mile trek for the charity. Lyme Regis first team's impressive run of results continued last Saturday when they beat Elmore Seconds 3-2 before the biggest crowd seen at the Davy Fort this season. Elmore are one of the better footballing sides in the Devon and Exeter League Premier Division and travelled to Lyme having not lost a game and having beaten league leaders Alphington. Lyme manager Julian Simia was delighted with his side's all-round performance, which augurs well for tomorrow's crucial top-of-the-table clash with Alphington. Elmore opened the scoring with a well-placed free kick, but Lyme was soon back on terms with a spectacular 35-yard strike from Mark Bailey, his 151st goal for the club and certainly one of his finest. Top scorer Fred Parsons gave Lyme a 2-1 half-time lead, and they made it 3-1 after the break, Parsons again being the man on target. But the Seasiders conceded a second through some sloppy defending to set up an exciting last 20 minutes of the game, in which the home side defended stoutly to keep the 3 points. Man of the match went to striker Brad Rowe, who looks in devastating form. Lyme reserves are finding life tough in Division 3 and were well beaten 5-1 at AFC X last weekend. Tomorrow the Resis meet third-placed Heavitree United in yet another tough fixture. Kick-off is at 3 p.m. at the Davy Fort, and Player of the Month awards for both teams will be presented after the game. Up Lyme First moved into 4th place in Division 4 with a comfortable 3-0 win over neighbours Colleton Seconds. Tomorrow the Swallows are at home to 6th place Budley Salterton, whilst their reserves are away to Charge United A in Perry Street Division 3. Charmouth booked their place in the second run of the Perry Street Division 1 Cup, having finished all square at 2-2 with neighbours Piemore after 90 minutes, but winning the penalty shootout 4-3. Tomorrow the Robins are back on Division 1 duty with a home match against Forton Rangers. The Lyme Regis branch of Cancer Research UK is holding their annual coffee morning and cake sale at the Baptist Church Hall this morning from 10 a.m. Tonight, the Marine players will be continuing their run of 1920s themed farce There Goes the Bride at the Marine Theatre, with the final performance to be held on Saturday night. The Nag's Head will host a disco tonight and a Halloween party with live music from Ghosts etc. on Saturday night from 9 p.m. Also on Saturday, Lyme Morris will host a free workshop for potential new members at the Baptist Church Hall from 2 p.m, and children can enter a Halloween drawing competition at the Marine Parade shelters at 5:30 p.m. On Sunday, the weekly Cobgate Junior Park Run, starting at 9 a.m, will take on a Halloween theme. Exeter Male Voice Praise will perform at Upline Village Hall from 4 p.m, followed by an afternoon tea, and there will be more live music in the Nag's Head from 4 p.m. And don't forget, the clocks go back 1 hour on Sunday morning. A largely cloudy forecast today, but rain is set to arrive in the early hours of Saturday and remain with us for the weekend, with light showers and a fresh breeze forecast throughout. However, it remains mild, with temperatures expected to reach highs of 18 degrees. Thanks for watching LymeOnline's video news bulletins. You can stay up to date with all the latest local news on our website throughout the week. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, or sign up to our free email newsletter to ensure you never miss a thing. Have a great weekend.